Alrighty, y'all, welcome back. So, Injustice 2 was released worldwide for mobile today. So, in honor of that, since I've been playing for a little while, I thought I would do a video for 10 tips and tricks for starting out in Injustice 2. I've obviously played through quite a bit, gotten a good set of characters, and I'm in the flow of how to play the game. But once you start, you're not sure exactly what you should be focusing on to make the gameplay more fun, enjoyable, and easy as well for you. So I'm going to run through the top 10 things that I think you should be focusing on when you start playing Injustice 2. So the first thing that I would focus on is getting your account level as high as possible, as quickly as possible. So when I say your account level, I mean if you click your portrait in the top left there, it shows you your actual level of your entire profile. It's not got anything to do with your character levels or what level you are in your campaign or anything like that. Literally just your profile level. And I'm at level 26. To get to the next level, I have to get 1,000 experience. The only way to level your... So this is, I guess, two tips in one here. The only way to level your profile is by completing the daily objectives. So you'll notice under the daily objectives, it shows you that you get 100 something experience, that little bronze arrow thing. And that's the only way that you can level your account, is by completing these daily objectives. There is no other way to do it. The reason that I say always complete your daily objectives is, first off, because it gives you all of the rewards, which is fantastic, but it also levels your account. And the reason you want to level your account is every time you level, you get one additional energy added to your energy stack over there. So right now I'm at 81 out of 85 energy. If I get to level 27, it'll be 81 out of 86 energy, which means when I go to sleep and wake up, I'll be at a full 86. Whereas when you first start out, I think you're only at like 60 energy or something like that, which means that you have to play less. You can't play as much because you don't have as much energy banked up. So if you level up your profile, then you can play more, and playing more means that you can enhance further in the game. So the next tip that I have is kind of rolled into this. You always want to be completing your achievements. So the reason that I know these seem like very simple things, but let me explain why. Beating the achievements, or getting the achievements, is the quickest, easiest way to get gems. A lot of games, you will play the arena mode to get the rewards, which will give you gems in arena mode. That's fantastic, but it is not the fastest way to get gems. Fastest way to get gems is by completing your achievements. And to complete the achievements, you need to complete the daily quests. So you'll see, like down at the bottom here, upgrade any gear to level 20 it's only giving you power credits, but in the daily objectives, there is gear upgrades. Upgrade any hero's gear once. So if you upgrade it, then it adds towards your achievement. But you can see the arena battles give you 150 power gems for every 50 battles that you do. So that's if you have 10 characters fighting one time a day, you get 150 gems, which is a free hero box or hero chest. And then if you get the hero chest, then you can also get the achievements for owning different sets of heroes, which will give you more power gems. And additionally, there's the complete 200 daily objectives, which will give you another 50. So the achievements is the quickest, easiest way to get gems. So you always want to be trying to complete those. Next I have, this is probably the most important, well, I'm going to say the most important about every single one of these, but probably the one that I have valued the most is level up your operations first and as fast as you possibly can. So you can see here, that my operations level is 20. So I can't show you this, but if you go to your operations and you haven't leveled them at all yet, your completion speed, your XP, your credits chance, your credits, and chance of gems will all be 0%. And when you when you push the level up button or the promote button or whatever it's called, it'll show you that it's going to boost your completion speed by 5% for a certain amount of gems. And you'll be like, 5% for gems? I don't really want to do that. I want to save my gems up for something else and buy something else. No, you want to do this first as soon as possible, because if you can get it to, I'm maxed out at level 20, there is nothing past level 20, which is 20% completion speed, 25% XP, 15% gear chance, 25% credits, and 15% gem chance, then you're getting an extra 25% XP every time you complete an operation for your character, which means that they're leveling up 25% faster. The completion speed means that you can do it quicker. Obviously, I'm just stating what it says here, so, nothing crazy, but you get 25% more credits, which is massive. Chance of gems, I have gotten up to 40 gems per operation per character. So if you didn't have that chance of gems, then you're just not going to get those 40 every time you complete an assignment. And then credits and gear chance. Gear chance is fantastic because you get a chance to get a random gear. It's not just silver level gear. You can get gold level gear from these as well. So always level this up first. I know it's going to be tough because you're going to want to spend your gems on characters and stuff like that, but this is the way to go. So the next piece of advice is always have somebody in an operation. So when you're first starting out, you're only going to have 3 characters or 4 characters. I don't know how many they're starting people out with nowadays, but you're only going to have a few characters. You probably won't want to put people in until you've got at least 6 characters. So you can have 3 characters fighting and 3 in here. But if you look at this, right? For me, I have 16 characters or 16 heroes. And the shortest amount of time that one can take is 25 minutes. So there is no possible way that in 25 minutes I'm going to need to utilize all 16 of my heroes. So if I use 3 heroes and then have 13 heroes sitting doing nothing, then they're not gaining you anything. So you always want to make sure that, you can see that I've got my 3 main ones assigned to a team. You always just want to have somebody in there just gaining you additional revenue, and additional XP, and additional gems. So always just make sure that you have at least 3 in there. Half an hour really isn't that bad to leave your characters, a couple of your characters in here to gain the amount of wealth that you get from operations. So additionally, a bonus piece of advice is if you can level up your Catwoman to a higher level sooner, that's fantastic, just because she does get, under the abilities, 6% more credits in operations. So you can get extra credits just from having Catwoman in an operation consistently. So that's pretty good, and you can level that up as well by upgrading it. So, all right, next we have, this is a fantastic piece of advice. I don't know if it's the most important, but it is really good. So the way you should be playing this game in particular is you should have one character that carries your entire account. And when I say that, I mean you should be focusing on one character to level up and to promote and to give all the gear to and the best gear to and everything like that. So you can see here. So you can see here that I have my strongest character is Green Lantern Emerald, the gold character. And he has the highest level of gear possible. He's the one that I've been promoting with my hero shards. I've been promoting all of his abilities. I've been promoting all of his talents. And I'm trying to work my way so that I can buy additional talents for him and stuff like that. But I've been giving him all of the treatment, right? He's always in an operation getting experience. He's always the one fighting in the campaign. And the reason that I say have one character that you focus on heavily is because in this game, it's all based around threat level. And the threat, if you have a character that's dealing 5,000 damage versus 2 characters that are dealing 2,500 damage, then just the math, doing it properly, you can take out one of their characters and you'll still be dealing the same amount of damage, whereas they're only dealing 2,500 against your 5,000 now. So it's way easier to take out 3 lower level characters that equal 14,000 threat than it is to take out one character with 14,000 threat by themselves. So I'll show you what I mean when I'm doing my next tips, but in Injustice Gods Among Us, the problem with having one really good character was that he always ran out of energy. In this game, the energy is just 80, 85 energy, however you want to use it. So if you have one character that uses all 85 energy, doesn't matter, you're good to go. So having one really powerful character that you focus on and promote and use all of your gear shards against is the way to go. So moving on to the next piece of advice that I have for you is if you go to your objectives and you look at your achievements, the achievement that gives you the most, whatever they're called, power gems for gameplay as opposed to like owning stuff, you can see here that your account level gives you 50, you're beating Emerald Green Lantern on normal campaign, blah, blah, blah. They'll give you 50. The one that gives you 500 is upgrading a hero to star rating 5, but you have to spend money. That's not really gameplay. But everything else is 50, except for arena battles, which give you 150 every 50 arena battles. So if you're doing just straight arena battles, that means that you have to win 10 matches, or you have to play through 10 sets of heroes, 5 fights each, to get the 150 gems. Here is the thing that people don't think about when they're doing this, because that is again, that's the fastest way to get gems in this game. The thing that people don't think about while they're trying for that next set of wins, or fights, I guess, is that you don't have to put 3 characters in here when you're fighting. So if I edit my team now and show you what I'm talking about, I can put just Green Lantern in here, right? And he has 5 pips, is what those little energy bars are called. But he has 5 fights in him before he has to wait another 2.5 or 2 hours, 55 minutes before it refreshes and he can fight again, right? So if we had 3 characters in here right now, all 3 of those characters would be using 1 pip each every fight. So that means that you have a third less characters to fight with. So if you've only got 10 characters, and you're putting 3 in at a time, then you can't get your 50 battles in. Whereas if you put them in 1 at a time, times 10 characters, 50 or 5 pips, then that's 50 fights. So you can see here that this is what I was going to show you earlier, is if I fight, I'm fighting a team that is equal to my character's threat level. So I've got 1 character with 14,000, and they've got 3 characters that total 14,000. So you'll see how easy it is. Oh, come on now. You'll see how easy it is for Green Lantern to take this entire team out, as opposed to, like, I'm not even blocking, they're not doing any damage to me. Oh, come on now, I just want to kill you and show them, guys. So let me just pause this real quick while I'm doing this. One of the tips that I'm going to share with you while I'm playing this battle is how to fight. So in Injustice Gods Among Us, it was very simple to learn the move patterns, and you would punch. You would either do a heavy attack by swiping 1, 2, or 3 times, and it would do your heavy attack, or you could do your quick attacks, which you could just tap rapidly and it will tell you what to do. And then after you finish that set of moves, you would block, right? In this game, it's not that simple because you have to figure out exactly what you're supposed to be doing when. In this portion of the game, attacking properly doesn't come naturally, and you can do multiple sets of moves that you don't really think about when you're fighting. So you know that you can do a quick attack, which will dash in and attack them. You know that you can do your simple taps, which will just do quick punches and stuff like that. And then you can back up and do an attack, or you can do a jump attack or a down low kick attack. So let me just explain each of those. The backing up one will help you. It will help you gain additional combos. The jump attack is good for when they're blocking. So is the crouch attack. When you crouch and kick, it will hit them even if they're blocking. And the dive attack gets you close enough to be able to do your regular tap attack, right? So the combo that works with every single character is 4 taps, and then a swipe, and then 4 taps again, and then a swipe, totaling for 10 hits, and then, after that 10th hit, you need to block, because that's the end of your combo, you can't do any more, so you have to block. So if you watch, I'll show you. If I resume... Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1... I knocked her out. I'll do it on Superman. And I should right now be using my skills, but I need to show you what I'm talking about. Alright. So if we block now, and I go 1, 2, 3... Oh, he blocked. I do... He keeps on getting me out of my groove. I'm just gonna kill him and I'll show you in the next battle. First off, you can see how easy that was. 1 character versus 3 that totaled my threat level. So that's what I was talking about earlier. So just before we move on onto the fighting and how to fight properly, I'll show you what the other one was. The other piece of advice was just simply that you can see that he's used 1 pip now, which has gotten me 1 fight closer to my objective or my achievement, right? Whereas none of these other characters have used any of their pips yet. So if you only got 10 characters, then you want to play 1 at a time and just keep getting closer to your achievement. If you've got plenty of characters and you want to all use them all, thanks Injustice, and you want to use them all at the same time, go for it. If you're not, trying to get your achievements completed and you're just trying to get your arena rank up, then yeah, put 3 in there, fight. But if you're simply trying to get those power gems for the early game, then you want to be just putting 1 character in at a time. It's an easy win, and you don't use as much energy to fight each time. So let's cover how to actually fight now as we go through this. All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, let me do it again. It's 1. Oh man, get here! Come on. I don't want to dash in so I can show you the the combo. It's 1. Oh, dude, why is this so hard? Just stop. Let me do it. So he's gonna keep blocking me, isn't he? You know what? I'm just gonna hit him. So I'm really trying to show you guys right now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, dash, 1, 2, 3, 4, dash, and that's 10 hits. Sorry, if you're this far away, you have to dash in. You have to push forwards to get close enough to them. So if you have to dash in because you're not close enough to hit them, then you want to do 1 dash, 4 taps, and another dash for 6 total. But as soon as you dash, that's the end of your combo move. So if I dash in now, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another dash, that was 6 total, but that was it, and then you have to block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, dash, block. Hopefully he doesn't use his ulti here, and I can just kill Batman. There we go. Again, super easy. I was trying to talk and fight at the same time. But the last thing that I want to say about proper fighting technique in this is that you can back up at any point in the game as long as you're not at the edge of the map. So if you are taking damage, you can still try and swipe away, and sometimes you will actually escape and jump backwards, so you won't be getting hit anymore. So it's not like in Injustice 2 where if you start getting hit, you just have to sit there and go, oh man, I'm getting hit. Same with like Wonder Woman's energy shield, where she shields herself. If she starts taking damage, you can still use that shield midway through a combo. So just know that you're not limited to the same kind of playstyle that you were in Injustice. The next piece of advice that I have for you is always gear up first. When I say gear up first, I mean, if you look at this character, he's at threat 100, oh my goodness, 14,796 with his gear on. If I take his gear off right now, he goes from 14,000 to 10,000. 10,000 he goes down to. So he's gone down essentially a third of his threat level just because of 4 pieces of gear. I don't even have the 5th piece of gear on this character. So gear in this game is just as essential as it is in or it was in Injustice Gods Among Us, because it really boosts up your threat level. And you can see that if you click the gear set bonus, it tells you what each piece of the bonus does. So if you have 2 pieces of gear on, it gives you 10% power generation, 3 pieces of gear, it's 5% health, and 5 pieces of gear, you get an extra 10% health. So it really boosts up the amount of threat you have just by having that piece of gear on, so that you can get the gear set bonus. But also, a lot of people don't know, you can click into the gear, and it shows you what it's going to do. Under base effect, the armor piece, the chest piece, gives you 1,100 health, whereas the gloves give you plus 10 attack. If you level them up, which I'll do right now, why not? It's level 2 and it does 15 attack now. So you can keep leveling them up and they keep giving you additional pieces of, or they give you additional threat essentially. So it gives you, the boots give me 900 health, and the power ring gives me 7.5 critical attack chance. And currently there's only 1 set of gear per character. They don't give you different things. So you always want to just get your gear on your character and level it up as soon as possible. And the way you get your gear is obviously through the campaign, or through the operations, or through chests. So always just be trying to get that gear as soon as possible. The next piece of advice is, or I guess the last piece of advice, is that you want to get heroic as soon as possible. Heroic mode. So you can see that I currently have heroic mode all the way up to level 4 here. I can't jump straight to that one because I haven't done it. But because I've beaten the entirety of campaign level 4, I guess you want to call it, I have a heroic available to me. And when you fight heroic, then you have to go through the entire thing, and it is way harder, and it does cost a lot more energy, but the rewards that you can get each day are massive. So I've already beaten these ones, the level 1s on heroic. So if you click into it, because I've already beaten, all of the previous missions, I can just fight Harley Quinn, the boss, and it's 12 energy to fight her. Or I can use my sim for 12 energy and a sim, and that means I don't actually even have to fight her. I just can, fake fight it or whatever. And I can get a silver hero shard. I can get 1 Harley Quinn shard if I'm lucky, and also level 2 and 3 and 4 gear as you keep going through. So you can see that the Battle 24 gives you level 3 gear for Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, and Deadshot, as well as the Batman shard if you're lucky. So if I use a sim, hopefully I just get 240 credits. Great. Let's try it again. Of course, when I'm trying to prove a point, it doesn't want to do it. There's my Batman shard. So if I do this once every day, then I will use a bunch of energy to do it, but I will also gain hero shards. And obviously getting hero shards allows you to level up your characters quicker and get much stronger teams. So you want to play the heroic battles as soon as you're physically possible to do that, so that you can start collecting on them as soon as possible and level up your characters to be as strong as possible, as quickly as possible. So that is it for this video, guys. If you guys have any additional helpful tips and tricks, please let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.